this is Vanessa de la Cuetra with Inside Pool's Extreme News. I'm here with Jimmy Flyboy Spears, who's just been inducted into the Hall of Fame for Lifetime Pool in Action. Welcome, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Now, Lifetime Pool in Action, that's quite a title. I mean, coming from when you played pool growing up, the action is a lot different than what it is now. Can you tell us a little more, get a feel for what it was like then?
Well, yeah, back then, you know, and especially through the 60s and 70s, there was pretty much action just about any place you went. You could just go any place and, you know, and get a game. All the bars they played in and all the pool rooms. Nowadays, it's a lot different. There's so much more money in the tournaments that a lot of people are just, you know, strictly playing in the tournaments and not doing quite as much gambling. But there's still a little gambling going on.
And where did you get most of your action games in? I hear you're quite the one-pocket player.
One pocket and 9-ball, and then I liked playing on the bar table, especially when I was traveling around, because, you know, you'd play on the bar table for 3 months, never book a loser. You get in the pool room, you got to play a lot of tough action. Once in a while, you book a loser. So when I was traveling, I stayed pretty much in the bars, and you know, just kind of easy action. Always stealing the money, it seemed like.
Can you give us a little story, maybe the biggest action that stands out in your mind? One of those things where you were really, let's say, biting your nails almost.
Well, yeah, I was playing back in '97. Actually, I was playing in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I was playing like $80,000 a set. And the set went on. We play for a while, and then we go to sleep, you know, come back and play. And one set lasted about 2 weeks. I was playing Kim Davenport, because he was giving me a spot. I believe it was 10-7 in a break. And after about 2 weeks, I finally won the set.
So you went on in action. So most people hear about gambling all night, and you actually went on for 2 weeks straight gambling like this.
Yeah, in one set.
And also, I want to know, what does it mean for you to be in the Hall of Fame like this? Is this something that you expected growing up? Is it something that you wanted?
No, I never expected it, but sure you would want it. And I consider it quite an honor, to be honest with you. I don't know all the people that voted in that, but I do appreciate them. And, you know, Greg Sullivan for you know, putting on this tournament. And all the people associated with it, you know, it's just an honor, and it's nice, you know, I really like it, you know.
And actually, we were talking before, and Minnesota Fats has quite the reputation of being, you know, one of the elites in pool, and you being someone who always looks for action, what's the story about him opening his mouth one time at a pool?
Well, I was playing Clyde Childers in St. Louis, Missouri at a tournament. And it was early in the morning, about 5 o'clock or so, and there was really no one, you know, no one there except for maybe a dozen people. And then Fats had 4 or 5 people with him, and he came over right next to our table, you know, and started talking real loud, and telling stories. And I asked him to be quiet, you know. So then he says, "Well, I'll just play you some $20,000 a set." So I said, "Okay, let's play," you know. And then he didn't play, and he got real quiet. He was like a mouse from then on.
Like a mouse. And actually, well, from the mouse perspective, you also, the reputation you had, people just in rooms really did get quiet when you walked in. This reputation from all over. Where were the states that you went to, pretty much?
Pretty much every state except for the New England states. I've probably been across the United States at least 50 times, I would say, like from Seattle to Florida. And just practically all the states. I couldn't even tell you all the cities I've played in, because I'd need a map, and then I doubt if I could remember them all. I've probably got 1 million miles behind me traveling.
Well, I'm sure you remember the place that had the most action. What was that?
Well, probably in Houston, Texas, a place called, let's see, can't even remember the name. Oh, Central Station. Yeah, from like 72 to probably 79. It was like 24 hours a day there. You could just wake up. It was like being on the road. No matter what time you got up, you know, you could always find a game there. There was road players there just all the time. You know, there was several. It was just like being on the road. You could just wake up and go play, and there was always action. Of course, there was a lot of money in Houston at that time, all the oil and everything, so everybody had money.
Well, everyone having money, and you sure with a lifetime of action, you're going to take that money to the casino room right now, play a couple of cards, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly where I'm headed, to the poker room.
Well, congratulations for the honor, and I wish you the best. And I'd like to see you maybe back at the pool table sometimes. Maybe I'll give you a little action.
Maybe next year after I have hip surgery, I'll get back in the tournament, play a little bit.
All right. I'm keeping you to it then.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Vanessa de la Cuetra with Inside Pool's Extreme News. Check out more great videos at InsidePoolMag.com.